welcome again to Antelope Valley College basketball here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. We are underway with a Western State South matchup featuring West LA against Antelope Valley College. Largely a two-team race at this point as Daniels buries a quick three. Jonathan Daniels returning to the lineup after missing the Marauders last game, and he gets Antelope Valley College going early with a quick three and a 3-0 lead. I started to say, taking a look at the standings at the Western State South, it is largely a two-team race at this point, separated by just half a game. West LA coming in perfect in conference play at 7-0, while Citrus trails just behind at 7-1. Third place belongs to Bakersfield at 3-3, so the Owls and the Wildcats have separated themselves somewhat. Meanwhile, Antelope Valley College struggling, having lost their last 6 in conference play. They come in 1-6 after a heartbreaking loss against College of the Canyons in their last game. Another three ball on the way, rims high, no good, and the rebound fought for and controlled by Matthew Mays. 3-0 Marauders in the early going. Give it a starting 5 here in a moment. We're going to have a tie-up and a jump ball. For West LA, it'll be Gavin Davis, Justin Williams, Matthew Mays, Khalifa Muhammad, and Benjamin Ramirez to start. For the Marauders, Jonathan Daniels and Lucas Bagsick as they welcome Daniels back into the starting lineup. Amani Scott, DeJour Lewis, and Virgil Mahoney up front. So Coach John Taylor sticks with the familiar starting 5. Meanwhile, Bagsick drops it down low, quick interior feed. They were looking for Mahoney. This one out of play. It's going to stay with Antelope Valley. 18:40 to go. We're just underway with Marauder basketball here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Happy you've joined us. Monty Scott will bring it in. Baseline left, finds Dan. The Marauders, it's been a rough go of it lately. But for the most part, despite the 6 losses in a row, they've been highly competitive, remained highly competitive as they have been all season, right up to the close loss to College of the Canyons. Daniels, welcome back. Back-to-back threes. Interestingly about Jonathan Daniels, going back to the previous meeting between these two teams, he was 4 of 4 from long range in the West LA win. As we have a whistle and a foul called. So with the 2 he's hit here, he's hit 6 in a row against West LA from long range. So he's been a Wildcat killer. It's the second meeting of the season between these two teams. West LA took the first one a couple of weeks back. At the line, Benjamin Ramirez measures the free throw and misses. So West LA still looking for their first point. Ramirez, 67% foul shooter, averages 4.5 points per game. He is a freshman out of Beverly Hills High School in Los Angeles, so playing close to home. He's got another free throw coming as he was fouled on the three-point attempt, and he gets that one to go. So Ramirez gets the Wildcats on the board, 6-1. Marauders with the early lead. Wildcats showing some pressure. Bagsick now in control. They try to feed Mahoney down low, but it's tipped away. It'll stay with Antelope Valley. The shot clock at 12, and they'll bring it in. Bagsick, shot clock down to 6. Daniels, they jump out on the 3. Good feed down low. Oh, floater from Lewis won't go, but the rebound to the Marauders, and it's Amani Scott who will drive and finish. 8-1, watch him stay with it. It's Mahoney that keeps it alive, and then Scott finds the lane. Meanwhile, West LA able to respond. First field goal of the game for the Wildcats gets them back within 5 at 8-3. On the drive, and what's the call? Well, it's going to be a charge on DeJour Lewis. So
that's a terrible call. He's obviously under control, trying to avoid the defender going to his right. That's not taking it in the chest. That's not the definition of a charge. It's a poor call.
Yeah, Matthew Mays able to ultimately get the call. Muhammad shot, no good. Another chance for the Wildcats. Muhammad on the drive, and he picks up the offensive foul. So tit for tat, both teams with offensive fouls called against them. Here on the previous two possessions, it remains 8-3. The Marauders with the 5-point lead early. Jonathan Daniels with a couple of early threes. And a 5-point lead. More pressure from the Wildcats. First matchup between these two teams, the Wildcats dominated on the boards, out-rebounding the Marauders 51-34. So clearly if Antelope Valley wants to reverse the trend here, it would start with a little better work on the boards. Daniels open for three, bang! Jonathan Daniels stays perfect from long range. 11-3 Marauders early. Yeah, Daniels, again, not in the lineup for the last game, the loss to College of the Canyons, but he comes back tonight. And it would appear that the brief time off has done him some good. 9 points early on, and the Marauders jump out to the big lead. And Mike, you go back to the previous game, it was a big lead early and going into halftime, in fact, against College of the Canyons, before the Cougars were able to storm back in that one and ultimately win it in overtime. But now the Marauders off to a fast start again, and let's see how they are able to maintain that, and if they are able to maintain that against a West LA team that comes in having won 8 straight, 16-3 overall on the season. Now it's the Marauders showing pressure with Mahoney out front. Ramirez drops it in the post. Good feed down low. Davis to the reverse. So Gavin Davis gets the layup. 11-5. Let's watch the replay here. It's just great execution in the half court. Meanwhile, Asif on the other side, working in the lane as they beat the press. Good fake, up and in, 13-5. Marauders maintain the 8-point lead. Justin Williams go up top to Ramirez. Ramirez on the drive, lays it up and in. Benjamin Ramirez with 3 points early, as the Wildcats starting to find their bearings, but still trail it by 6. Bagsick guarded by Ramirez. Baseline jumper is good for Daniels. 4 straight for Jonathan Daniels. He's got 11 of the 13 points, of the 15 points for the Marauders, and they lead it by 8 again. Davis will dial up the 3, no good. Daniels has the rebound. The Marauders want to run ahead to Scott, gets the roll. Imani Scott beating the Wildcats down the floor. 17-7, 10-point lead. Corner 3 missed everything. Scott's got the board. All Marauders right now. Daniels pulls up for 3, rimming no. Lewis, the offensive rebound. Another chance for Antelope Valley.
Great screen.
Bagsick.
Got to have a flasher.
Davis.
Right there, Asif needs to come up into the mid-post. A little late.
Mahoney. Shot clock at 13. Scott on the drive, the runner, no good. Muhammad fans it outside. This is Williams working down low, blocked by Mahoney. And the jump ball, it'll stay with West LA. We will have massive changes. In fact, an entire new 5 will come out.
Makes your job easier.
Yeah, for West LA. Roy Clark, Dylan Young, Khalik Mitchell, along with Joseph Anderson and Ethelbert Annam. So a whole new 5 and a couple of changes for Antelope Valley as well. So massive substitutions. And this isn't anything new for those that may have followed the Wildcats all season long. Very deep team, and who starts has little bearing as you look at their game log for the season on who will ultimately see major minutes that night. Up and down this roster, we've seen guys with big games, many times coming off the bench. Spin move for Mitchell, no good.
Terrific job by Scott defensively, cutting off and forcing middle back into the help. It's a tough shot.
Lewis with the rebound, and it's a fast start on the boards for the Marauders. and that's been key. Daniels' shot no good. Rebound off to Anderson, who jets into the front court with no numbers.
Defensively, it's got to be one and done here for the Marauders. Their offensive rebounding at times for opposing teams has been horrendous.
Mitchell
AVC.
On the drive, pass outside. 3 from the corner is good for Anderson.
I think it's a long 2.
Okay, they'll call it a 2 for Anderson. 17-9, 8-point lead for Antelope Valley. Stephen Mahoney has checked into the game. Asif, meanwhile, starts a drive on Annam. And a whistle and a foul call. This will go against Ethelbert Annam. Meanwhile, they'll help Asif to his feet. 13:23 to go in the first half. Fast start for Antelope Valley. Just the second team foul on West LA. Mahoney lobs, and Lewis able to softly lay it in. 19-9. I was getting the dunk call ready, Michael. I thought DeJour was going to hammer this one home, but
tough angle.
Elects to just lay it in. Hey, 2 points either way.
Could have went windmill.
It's going to work.
You're asking a lot here, Star.
Right? Well, you got to be ready with this team. You got to be ready with your dunk call. Got a few guys here who could thunder it down in the right situation.
All right, if Achura checks in, Chi. Okay.
Okay.
That's what they call.
Chi Achara. Okay.
Chi.
Roy Clark faces up on Bagsick, now fires, air ball. Another rebound for the Marauders.
It's Patterson.
Patterson into the game as well. So Bagsick along with Mahoney, Lewis, Asif, and Patterson on the floor for the Marauders. This is Patterson. Tries to enter it down low. Good anticipation for Kalik Mitchell. Shot clock at 14.
It's a poor job by Asif and Patterson. The entry pass, it's just not there, and Asif has to ward off the defender.
Stephen Mahoney will bring it in. Lewis lobs. Asif goes to the reverse.
That's a great finish. My goodness. Look at the finish here by Asif.
It's a great job winning good position and then goes to the left hand.
And it's like he heard me.
21-9. Hey, they should listen. I think they're missing a clarion voice. Wide open is Mitchell in from the right, and Asif fouled him. He's going to make Mitchell earn it from the line. It's a good job. Good challenge by Asif. Mitchell found himself all alone, and Kalik Mitchell out of Staten Island, Ralph R. McKee High School, sophomore forward, readies the free throw. No good. Well, the Wildcats come in playing very well, but not doing themselves any favors early on at the line, where they're 1 of 4, as Mitchell, who averages 9 points a game, readies the second and rattles it home. 21-10. Excellent start for Antelope Valley. Trying to break the losing streak, and this would be a heck of a way to do it against a team that comes in playing outstanding basketball, but that's a long way off. We're still early in the first half. Asif. Looks the pass, open, Bagsick for 3, splash!
Look at the sets, look at the ball movement.
24-10. The lead grows to 14. Mitchell again in on Asif, and it's going to be a block on Asif. So that's 2 quick fouls on Asif with 11:40 to go here in the first half.
Let's go back to the triple. He has DeJour Lewis down low. Instead, Bagsick wide open. He really had 2 options. And right now, the defense for West LA, you can see that they're kind of a nightmare matchup because they can switch everything, but at the same time, they're not covering the ball. They're not stopping the ball. They're not making the correct read defensively, and they're down 24-10.
Yeah, these are not circus shots that the Marauders are knocking down. They're getting themselves pretty open, and they are taking full advantage. Mitchell hits the first. Second free throw coming in the air, in the basket. And the Marauder lead now 12 as Mahoney will work against pressure. Mahoney guarded closely by Young, and Young will pick up the foul. First foul on Young. Third team foul on the Wildcats. Bagsick in control. Off to Patterson. Wildcats trying to bring the trap. Patterson able to get out of it. Bagsick starts to drive into the lane. Tries to feed Mahoney. Shot clock winding down. Mahoney from 18 feet. No good. Rebound to Mitchell. Mitchell drives the lane, hangs in the air, scoops and scores.
See, now that's too easy.
Well, Kalik Mitchell comes in playing outstanding basketball of late.
Here comes Chi.
For West LA, indeed.
And now, West LA trying to go man up. This is a tough team to man. You go man against AVC, you're going to lose. And they're a hard team to beat. But if you zone them up, they're not very good shooters versus a zone. That one well short. That
Bagsick might have been contact. No call. Meanwhile, Young, perhaps anticipating a call, ends up turning it over. It'll go back to Antelope Valley. I mentioned how well Kalik Mitchell's playing of late. In a stretch of 6 games earlier in January in conference play, he averaged 16.5 points per game. Fell off a little bit in their last matchup in limited minutes, but Kalik Mitchell has really taken over, maybe as offensive option number 1 here in conference play for West LA, and that's what he's done here in this one so far as he's come off the bench and given them a lift.
Ball
the Marauders
fake.
Still lead it by 10.
That's a great entry into the mid-post there versus that zone. Bagsick has Achara wide open. It's a matchup, 3-2 shell. Now they're back into their zone principles.
Mahoney drives, has that shot blocked, loose ball. Mahoney fighting for it, but saves it to Mitchell. Clark into the front court and lost the handle, and he turned it over. Collision there between Bagsick and Clark. And Clark up on his feet. They're still looking at Bagsick here as we'll watch the replay. And I think Clark, Michael, just a little out of control.
Yeah, a little bit, and just lost it out of bounds. It looked like Bagsick got contacted knee on knee.
So he will check out Jonathan Daniels.
JD.
Off to the torrid start.
Now
11 points.
Jonathan Daniel missed last game, a bit of a sore back. Started hot. I asked him in warm-up, say, how you feeling? He says, good right now.
Right.
So, and it certainly looked that way considering his start.
Yeah, that was the first game that he's missed all year.
Yeah, it's a different look defensively here. They're a little bit more extended out. That's going to open up the mid-post, and you have to flash. There you go.
Shot from Mahoney, too strong, but it's back tapped and controlled by Mahoney.
More.
Another offensive rebound.
Good.
Mahoney will try for 3 and hit.
Ready to shoot on the money.
Stephen Mahoney. Another 3 for Antelope Valley early. It's been torrid shooting that has helped them to this 13-point lead. 9:20 and counting remaining here in the first half.
Here comes a defensive look here, bit of a different look. It's the 2-1-2 trap.
Long 3 for Young is good.
Excuse me, the 1-3-1 trap in the half court. And, well, if you can shoot against it, you can find an open look. You can do yourself a lot of favors. We see Young bury it right there.
5 of 8 from three-point range are the Marauders early in this one.
Open up that zone. Short corner.
Mahoney in the corner, rimming no good.
It's a good shot, though. It's a good set offensively. You get a good shot, now you got to get back and play deep.
Mitchell into the front court. Swings it across. Clark hangs and is fouled. He's going to head to the line for a couple of free throws as Achara picks up the foul as you watch Chi on the challenge there. And
see, if he just goes straight up, they're not going to call that.
Yeah, how often do we say that? That arm comes down and the call comes in. But I imagine it's so tempting to go for the block.
It is, and I get it. And I think he was trying to make sure that he wasn't going to get dunked on. But, I mean, he gets him underneath. You got to go straight up.
Another missed free throw. Time for Clark. Clark shoots 75% from the line. Leading scorer for the Wildcats on the season at 11.6 a game out of Fremont High School. Another player from the New York area, Brooklyn. So Anthony Jones in his 6th season. Able to recruit outside of his area.
They got some
clearly
ballers in that part of the world, that's for sure.
27-18 after Clark hits the second. 9-point lead for the Marauders. Trying to keep the momentum.
If Chi's going to flash like that, you got to find him when he's open. Mahoney's got to be better there with the pass.
Patterson pounds the dribble, loses
he's going
it,
nowhere.
And turns it over. Clark in on Mahoney. He'll lay it in.
It's a great adjustment there by Clark.
Roy Clark with the 2 in transition. Timeout on the floor. 8:11 to go in the first half. Antelope Valley with a 7-point lead. It's Marauder basketball on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Mahoney into the front court. So the Wildcats show some pressure in the backcourt, but so far the Marauders done a good job of taking care of the basketball, particularly against this pressure. Daniels on the drive into the lane. Shot off the glass won't go, but Chi gets on the boards. Yet another rebound for the Marauders, who, I'll tell you, Mike, in our coverage, this may be the best I've seen them rebound on the season against a very good rebounding team. But they are getting after it on both ends on the boards.
Yeah, everybody really pitching in offensively on the rebounds, and Chi going to have a couple free throws coming his way, a little long.
So Chara misses the free throw. He's in his freshman season out of Alemany High School in Palmdale. One more free throw coming. I was going to get the rebound numbers up to the moment. And yeah, it's 10-8 in favor of the Marauders. Chi misses both. So empty trip for the Marauders and a 7-point lead. But West LA will look to cut into it here. Young outside to Anderson. Mahoney pokes it free.
Good pressure.
Long three again for Young, and he buries it. Man. Dylan Young has come in and been big off the bench with a couple of long threes. Meanwhile, Mahoney will try to answer back. Missed it. Rebound to Mitchell.
There's nobody in front of him. Get
Mitchell
to the rack.
Trying to go coast to coast. Great anticipation by Daniels, who comes up with the steal. That's great hustle by Daniels to get back.
Yep.
Read that pass. Daniels on the drive. Runner won't go. Rebound on the floor, cleared by Anderson. Anderson into the front court, and the Marauders have cooled off from the floor, but still maintain the 4-point lead as we wind under 7 minutes to go here in the first half. Young around the screen from Annam. Three ball on the way for Anderson, who steps into a three, and we've got a whistle. And what's the call here, Michael? This is going to go against Clark, I believe, off the ball. Or was it Mahoney? We do have 2 zeros on the floor, as it turns out. But, yeah, the three's going to count. And I believe this was a call off the ball on Stephen Mahoney. So now it's West LA with a barrage of threes, and they've been able to get themselves all the way back into the game after trailing by as many as 14. They now trail it by just 1. Imani Scott back on, and pressure causing some difficulty with the shot clock down to 8. Lewis to his left, runner no good, offensive foul.
Where? Where's the foul?
Well, I guess that's going to be on Dylan, on the contact with Dylan Young. But
he's sliding, he's there. He's engaging the offensive player underneath while he's already in the air. How is that a foul?
Meanwhile, the Marauders in some trouble, as now the Wildcats with a chance to take the lead. Again, the Marauders led by as many as 14 at one point. Mitchell on the clear out. Tries to pass out of the double team. That one tipped, but ends up in the hands of Anderson, who gets the short jumper to go, and the Wildcats have the lead for the first time in this one, 28-27. Major run here by the Wildcats. In fact, it might be 15 straight, Mike. Is that possible?
I think you're right.
Mahoney, shot clock down to 7. Scott on the drive, comes up short, and another offensive foul call. Wow. Well, it looks to me, Mike, it looks like, I think the call was another charge.
It is, and that's the definition of a charge. He beats him to the spot. Doesn't matter about the off player.
Yeah,
he beats him to the spot. Scott goes right through him.
Contact square in the center of the chest. I think, it's a good call.
He wasn't coming underneath while the player was engaged and about to go into a shot, leave the floor. That's a good call.
John Taylor electing to not go with the timeout here. He's going to let his young team try to play through it. Step back 3 for Young off the back iron, but Mitchell has the rebound, so another chance.
Find the shooter.
They work it around. Young
good job, Mahoney.
Fakes, now fires, rimming no. And the rebound pulled down by the Marauders as Jaquay Franklin on for the Marauders and comes up with the rebound. And Low Valley trailing by 1. Daniels around to Franklin's screen. Get it back to Scott. Shot clock at 10. Mahoney dancing on the dribble. And Mahoney, he traveled, or did he step on the line, the sideline? Yeah. Either way, it's a turnover, and the Marauders, who started so well taking care of the basketball in the first several minutes, now it's been a spate of turnovers here in the latter stages of this first half.
Here's the problem. They're a little small if they go 3 guards, and West LA is going to feast on the rebounds, and really the advantage in the rebounds was what allowed AVC to get to the lead, and West LA not hitting shots early. Well, they're hitting them right now, and they got a 1-point lead after being down by as many as, 13?
Yeah, and this is probably in the first half what we're seeing here, I think is what makes this Wildcat team so tough, is the depth. Meanwhile, Young on the drive, Annam fighting for the offensive rebound, but he loses the handle. It's going to stay with the Wildcats. But again, when you look at this team, you will see guys constantly coming off the bench and having big games. It's a very deep team, and they can come out like they did with a completely different 5 on the floor and completely change the tenor and tempo of a game. And that's what they did in this one, to come all the way back. Shot won't go for Clark.
Nice shot by Franklin, staying in bounds.
And the rebound for Franklin, who has been a steady influence on the boards. Mahoney short on the 3. Clark into the front court, 2 on 3. Good job by the Marauders getting back.
I don't know if that ball slipped out of his hands or what, but
yeah,
he looked like he was in rhythm, feet set, and man, that's a massive shank.
Yeah, that's a shot where he's very comfortable. Scott steps in front. And that one blocked from behind. Is it a goaltend? I believe they're going to say he got it off the glass. This is great hustle from Clark. But yeah, he pins that ball in the glass. So Scott will get the bucket, and AVC back into the lead, 29-28. Well, that's a highlight reel block. That's from the LeBron James school. From Roy Clark there, getting back on that one. Except, of course, he got the goaltend, so not quite all the way there, but nonetheless.
Almost.
Scott with the bucket, and AVC with the lead. Young on the drive, hooks it back. Annam will try, no good. Offensive foul. Daniels able to take the charge on Young.
No, I think it's some activity underneath.
I thought it was Young that went down. Yeah, Young and Daniels. I don't know if that was the continuation after that, after the pass. We'll see if maybe we can see here at the end. And
that's Daniels drawing that off the ball. We got a battle.
29-28. Well, the Marauders aren't going to be any strangers to a close game. Franklin missed the layup. That was a good feed. Franklin was right there but couldn't get the finish. Shot short from Anderson. Franklin's been great on the boards. Another rebound. And that's been so key. Can't let the Wildcats get second and third opportunities. And Jaquay Franklin has come on and done a great job solidifying the rebounding, but he picks up the foul off the ball here, clearing out.
Just trying to do too much there. Franklin not open on the initial. He has to understand his role. They're not going to look for him after the first look. If they're not going to get it to him, he needs to get back on the offense, screen, whatever his assignment is, because that's not it. And he keeps on going, being overly physical. I like the physicality, but he's got to contain it. Picks up a foul.
Gavin Davis back on for the Wildcats. Justin Williams also has returned. This is Clark. Shot clock at 9. Clark on the drive, and the blocking call going to go against Franklin.
Wow.
Trying to come over and challenge. Let's watch here. Going to get a good look at it here. And again,
he's moving forward. That's
it looks like a pretty good call as well. Trying to get over there, but he's a little bit late, and I have to be very impressed with
he's moving forward for sure. So
the speed of Roy Clark. Lucas Bagsick's pretty quick, and Roy Clark able to get around him and get into the lane. Hits the first free throw. Game tied at 29. Clark now with 4 in the game.
Not the worst situation here. You know, Franklin had to come on. You had 2 fouls on Asif, 2 fouls on DeJour Lewis. He provided him some good minutes in terms of being physical, garnering some rebounds, kind of stopped the bleeding when he came in.
Yeah, I thought it was a good stretch. 30-29 as Clark hits both free throws.
I mean, really, the best thing that Franklin does that I've seen is set screens. He is an absolute monster, and that could help this offense.
Bagsick. They find Daniels from the corner, no good. Rebound, DeJour Lewis. Lewis has had a quiet first half of the scorebook, but he's been active on the boards. Another chance here. Bagsick leaning left and buries it. That was a nice shot from Lucas Bagsick, who comes in averaging just 3.7 points per game. But here in the first half, he's now got 5.
Travel.
31-30. The scoop for Mays is good.
A bit of a shuffle there.
Puts the Wildcats back in front by a point. Asif. And a whistle off the ball. Looks like it's going to go against Gavin Davis.
Davis a little overzealous. I think he maybe got a little jersey there on Daniel.
For second foul on Davis, I should say. That is the 6th team foul on the Wildcats. So the Marauders will be shooting free throws here for the rest of the first half, which is all of a minute 19 and counting remaining. Scott around an Asif screen into the lane. Floater won't go. Rebound controlled by Davis. Williams in on Daniels. Kicks it out. Nice. Davis from 18 feet in and out. Offensive rebound for Matthew Mays. Another chance here for the Wildcats. Under a minute to go. Turnover will give it back to Antelope Valley. .16-second difference.
What's
shot
that
clock
call?
And game clock.
First one out, first one to touch it back in. This isn't football. I've never seen that.
And now the turnover will come back to West LA.
That's a good timeout.
Full timeout taken, 38.6 remaining here in the first half. The Wildcats on top of the Marauders, 32-31. AVC basketball here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Wildcats with the ball in the 1-point lead. 38.5 to go here in the first half. The Marauders got out quickly, opened up a lead as large as 14 in the early going, but the Wildcats have come back, gotten themselves back into the game. Looking to extend down the 1-point lead. Williams with the shot clock at 12. Will fire the three and hit. Well, after a slow start, 3-point shooting, the Wildcats have gotten it going. And that has helped fuel the comeback. Bagsick fouled. 9.1 to go.
It's just too easy. Daniels sinks down way too low. Scott has to cover, but way too open.
So for Bagsick, first free throw up and good.
Front end of the 1-and-1. Excuse me.
56% from the line. Now has 6 points here in the first half. Just trying to do a little quick math. 4 of 10 from 3-point range are the Wildcats in this one, and I want to say they're about 4 of their last 5. On the drive, Williams goes high off the glass. That's a beautiful job finishing by Justin Williams, and the Wildcats will take a 4-point lead into the break. Halftime from Antelope Valley College, with the Wildcats on top of the Marauders, 37-33. AVC basketball here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Start of the second half from Antelope Valley College. Marauder basketball on SoCalCollegeSports.com. 37-33, the Wildcats with the lead at the break. Lewis down low, fouled by Matthew Mays, so Lewis will head to the line. Leading scorers in the first half. Jonathan Daniels for the Marauders led the way with 11. Lucas Bagsick with 7. And Monty Scott chipped in with 6. First free throw for Lewis is up and good. And for DeJour Lewis, I want to say, no, that's his 4th point. Second free throw up and good. 37-35. Meanwhile, for the Wildcats, they were led by Justin Williams and Joseph Anderson, each coming off the bench with 7 points, 6 points for Dylan Young. All 3 of those players didn't start the game, so it speaks again to the Wildcat bench. On the drive, pass drop down low. Davis underneath, scoops and lays it in. 39-35 as Gavin Davis gets the hoop. Daniels leans over the dribble, guarded by Benjamin Ramirez. This is Virgil Mahoney. Scott gets it back on the give and go. Rather, that's Lewis, but he got himself caught under the basket. Sent that one off the bottom of the rim. Back the other way, Wildcats in transition. 3 ball from Ramirez won't go, but the long carom is off to Williams, and another chance for the Wildcats. Mays on the drive. Had that one stripped on the way up by DeJour Lewis. Meanwhile, a turnover in the backcourt and a jump ball. So that's a good job by Bagsick. Able to get the ball back for the Marauders. Meanwhile, fading away and hitting the shot. That was Muhammad, who was looking for his first basket, and he's got it. It's a 3, so 42-35 after he hits the shot. Meanwhile, Daniel's going to head to the line and hit the first free throw. So the technical, Daniels able to get 1 back, but it's still 42-36. Early stages of the second half. And the Marauders have it back. Bagsick working against the pressure of Williams. Mahoney had Lewis open down low. Now the triple team comes and they tie him up. Another jump ball. And this will give it back to the Wildcats. Let's watch down here as they're able to converge on DeJour Lewis and get the tie up. And we'll bring you back live. Daniels stops and pops and hits. So Jonathan Daniels with the basket. 42-38. Pull up from Williams trying to answer. Long rebound on the floor, and Davis has it back. Step back 3 for Muhammad. Rimming no. Scott able to ward off and tap the rebound to Daniels. Marauders trailing it by 4. The runner from Daniels around and out, and the rebound off to the Wildcats. Muhammad drives the lane. Baseline jumper for Ramirez, rimming no good. Scott with the rebound. The steal attempt, Muhammad's got it. Able to pass it off, and the lay-in up and good for Mays. And you watch here. And this is just a good job of staying after it by Gavin Davis. 44-38 in favor of the Wildcats. They led it by 4 at the break, now lead it by 6. Daniels lobs. Lewis into the lane, goes to the left hand, but has it blocked by Khalifa Muhammad. 2-on-1, back the other way, and the layup up and good. Ramirez with the finish. Take it back to the replay and the pressure. And one more time here. And this all started with good pressure forcing the turnover, and then the 2-on-1 the other way, and the Marauders not able to get back and slow down the Wildcat break. 16:57 to go. And the Wildcats have their largest lead at 8, 46-38. Well, much the opposite of the first half. Now it's some of the guys that we didn't see as much in that first half. Khalifa Muhammad, Gavin Davis, Matthew Mays getting into the act and keying this run early in the second half. It's a very, very deep Wildcat team. Comes in with a record of 16-3. They're looking for their 9th win in a row. And a challenge for the Marauders, who now find themselves down 8. Marauders will have the ball. They'll work at the length of the court. They come out with Bagsick, Stephen Mahoney, Jonathan Daniels, Virgil Mahoney, and DeJour Lewis. So a little bit smaller lineup here. They'll go 3 guards against the Wildcats, trailing by 8. Bagsick will walk it up. Wildcats showing a trap. Across to Daniels. Outside to Mahoney. Skip pass to Stephen Mahoney. Daniels in the corner. Shot clock down to 4. Daniels back out to Mahoney. Long 3. Rims high. No good. Davis snaps down the board, and he's fouled in the backcourt. Well, now it is 1 and done for the Marauders, and that's a good job. They actually were able to get the tie up. And the jump ball was the call, I believe. So the Marauders do get it back in terms of the possession arrow. Wildcats with the 8-point lead and the ball. Ramirez along with Williams, Mays, Muhammad, and Davis on the floor right now for the Wildcats. Inside feed, and it's Williams who gets the roll. 48-38. It's an 11-5 run to start this second half, and a 10-point lead for West LA. Shot clock at 15. Up top, this is Bagsick on the drive against Williams. Scoops it up, no good. And the ball fought for and knocked out of play off of Lewis, so back to the Wildcats. Wildcats in control now with their largest lead at 10, 48-38. Mays. They work it around to Davis. Up top, Ramirez fakes. Good feed down low, and the layup up and good. 50-38. Wildcats getting ever more comfortable in this one. They started out against a Marauder onslaught early on, but they have righted the ship and now taking their largest lead at 12. Meanwhile, a foul against Ramirez will send DeJour Lewis to the line. Lewis first free throw, no good. He's got 4 points in the game to go along with 3 rebounds. Been a struggle for DeJour to get himself into this one, as he has been playing very, very well for the Marauders as this season has gone on. He's really taken over as offensive option number 1. Ramirez, shot won't go. Another offensive rebound, and a chance for the Wildcats as they lead it by 11 to extend on the lead. Muhammad working on Asif, goes to the fadeaway and hits it. Well, that is pretty. Not a whole lot you can do against that. That's just a great job by Khalifa Muhammad, who's now got 5, 52-39. And the Wildcats step out to their largest lead at 13. Asif on the drive, shot off the glass, won't go. Foul called, it's going to go against Khalifa Muhammad, and will send Asif to the line. So for Muhammad, that's his 3rd foul. Asif will head to the line, where he shoots 62%. First free throw is good for Joshua Asif. He is a freshman out of Valencia High School in Valencia. Second free throw coming for Asif. Meanwhile, got a conversation here at the scorer's table, and they'll try to sort something out while Asif waits at the line. So now we're ready, and Asif, the second free throw coming. Around and out. So 1 out of 2 for Asif, 12-point lead. Williams spins on Daniels. Lewis comes on the double team, pokes it free, but Williams able to recover in a jump ball. So yet another jump ball, and watch here is watch Lewis. That's great anticipation. And gets the jump ball, and it'll get it back for the Marauders, who trail it by 12. Well, they need another run, much like the one in which they started the game, to open up the big lead as they find themselves down 12. That one wide of the mark, and a turnover gives it back. 13:50 remaining in the game, and the Wildcats with the 12-point lead. Scott went for the steal. Now shot clock at 15. Wildcats will reset. Now they start a drive. It's Ramirez on the drive, lost it on the way up. Mahoney might have poked that one free. Daniels gets himself caught in the air, but gets the pass off to Scott. Quickly back the other way. Mahoney lobs, but Lewis can't come down with it. Well, they were looking for DeJour Lewis on the alley-oop. Meanwhile, now it's Ramirez again who gets caught in the air and turns it over. So a little helter-skelter here, back and forth. Turnovers on both sides. Now a whistle and a foul in the backcourt on Muhammad. Is that the 3rd or the 4th on Khalifa Muhammad? Yeah, I believe that, well, I think that's his 3rd. I haven't updated the scoreboard. It's a 12-point lead. Scott. Mahoney. That one off the hands of Lewis and squirts free. The Wildcats have it on the turnover, 2-on-1. If they hurry in from the right, Scott tries to draw the charge and does. That's a great job. See if we got the tail end of that one. But it was Scott able to beat Matthew Mays to the spot. Third foul on Mays. 12-point game. Lewis, great feed down low to Asif, and Asif fouled. Asif heading to the line. Watch Asif here. Working that baseline and gets himself to the line. Hits the first. One more coming for Asif. 52-41, 12:28 to go in the ball game. Asif now with 6 in the game. Ready is the second free throw, no good. 1 out of 2 for Asif, 52-41. Wildcat lead is 11. Anderson, who had a good stretch in the first half, on along with Dylan Young, has that one stripped by Daniels, and it ends up with Asif, but Asif traveled. Now the Wildcats want to get it going again, and Asif holding on to it, and that'll give the Marauders a chance to set up a bit on defense. Well, that was good work defensively to get the turnover, but Asif looked like he dragged the pivot foot. Quick feed down low. A foul called. Kalik Mitchell going to head to the line. And watch here is Mitchell. This gets the move on Lewis, and DeJour Lewis just not ready, and Mitchell able to get himself free and get himself to the line. First free throw from Kalik Mitchell, no good. Second free throw coming. Talked about how Mitchell's been playing so very well of late, as have the Wildcats as a team. 65% foul shooter. He's up to 9 points a game because he has been averaging up near 17 points a game over the last few weeks. Wildcats will bring it in baseline left after Mitchell misses the free throws, but the Wildcats able to keep the ball. So another chance, as the Wildcats have really started to assert themselves on the boards in this one as this game has gone on. Open three for Annam, and he hits. 55-41, the lead is now 14. That's the largest for the Wildcats in the game, and that one hurts. After you get the missed free throws from Mitchell, you don't get the ball back, and instead they get another chance, and they make the most of it, as that one off the hands of Franklin, and the turnover will give it back to to West LA, leading at 55-41. Asif going to return for Franklin, show a short stint for Jaquay Franklin, and on comes Asif. Young working against Bagsick. Fans it outside. Mitchell. Locked up with Asif. Little shimmy, step back. That's short. Another offensive rebound and one. That was Joseph Anderson. And you watch here, and this is just a good job. Anderson just stays with it, and then the reach in on Scott. So offensive rebounding has become more and more of a factor in this one for the Wildcats. And second chance points leads to 3 more. So that's back-to-back possessions in which it was on the second chance that the Wildcats came up with 3 more points. 58-41, Bagsick tries to double pump. Can't get it to go. The rebound off to Annam. All Wildcats now in from the right, and it's Clark who dribbled it off his foot and out of bounds. (58-41), 10:45 to go. Just 8 points here in the second half for the Marauders. They've been outscored 21-8 here in the first 9 minutes plus in the second half, and the Wildcats have taken control in this one, leading it by 17. In the corner, Mahoney knocks down the shot. So that was off a good feed. Timeout taken. 58-43 in favor of West LA. You're watching Marauder basketball here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. You're just joining us after a quick start, the Wildcats really been able to get it going as this one is going on, and now they lead at 58-43 with 10:33 and counting remaining in the game. Mitchell on the drive, goes high off the glass, can't get the roll. Scott taps the rebound out to himself. Scott into the front court with no numbers. In the corner to Asif. Asif spins back to his left, swings it across. Scott will try for 3, no good. Good look for Imani Scott, but can't get it to go, and it's one and done as Anderson has the rebound. Wildcats leading it by 15. And they have the ball. Jumper rims no good for Anderson, who brings the pressure in the backcourt, but Asif gets it off to Daniels. Daniels pulls up from 15, rimming no, and the rebound off to Anderson again. And the way that the Wildcats have really stepped up on the boards as this one has gone on, it's been so difficult for the Marauders to really get themselves into any kind of run. When they get one shot at it, and that's it. Offensive foul.
Great job by Daniels.
Give you a look at this one real quick. As Daniels, good anticipation.
Second charge, he's taking it out, I believe.
I believe you're right. I think both these teams, there's a little bit of scouting here because I've seen both teams really trying to anticipate on the drive. A lot of attempts to take charges. And you have to imagine that they know these are two aggressive offensive teams with players that can get to the rim. Asif working down low. Turnaround shot short, and Clark snaps down the board.
Just a shot you have to have go. 8 foot, fairly point blank.
Yeah, Asif does a lot of the good work right there.
He does. It's great.
Gets himself a good spot. He's about 5 feet out.
It's a good
Just
pass.
pulled the string. Young, great fade down low, up and in.
Young's a player, man. Fun to watch.
Yeah, Dylan Young, I'm going to give you a real quick look here What a great interior feed. That was finding Annam. I want to quickly correct that as we bring you back live. 60-43. Mitchell back the other way. And well, I was about to say it was almost turning into a layup drill because that was point blank for Annam, who can't get it to go that time. But that was another entirely too easy of a look. Meanwhile, the three from Scott is good.
Speaking of easy looks in transition, that's a great job by Scott to be ready to fire and score the triple.
Imani Scott now with 9 in the game. 60-46 in favor of West LA, trying to stay perfect in conference play and win their 9th in a row. Scott reaching in, he's going to pick up the foul. And for Scott, that will be his 3rd foul. But time running out here for the Marauders. 7:31 to go. They're down 14. Well, they got the torrid shooting that they needed early to take the early lead, but give the Wildcats a lot of credit. They showed some poise out there and kept working, and ultimately found the right combination and got themselves going, and they have completely turned it around from a 14-point deficit to a 14-point lead. That one around and out from Anderson.
Anderson gets so much elevation on his jumper.
He almost shot that down at the rim. Daniels lost the handle. Boy, that looked like it might have been over the line, but able to keep it. Daniels works himself free. That one rims no good. And another one and done as Annam pulls down the board.
And the energy level is just completely different from what we saw at the start of the game defensively for West LA.
Yeah, as Jaden Outen has come on as well. So they go with Daniels, Outen, Mahoney, Scott, and Asif. Young pulls up and scores.
Exploiting the mid-range right there. A little hesitation. Get Daniels up in the air. Young from 17.
Outen on the drive. Good feed down low and a dunk for Virgil Mahoney. Timeout on the floor. West LA leading it by 14.
Play that Mahoney. Replay. On 3.
Let's watch here as Jaden Outen getting some minutes and on the Euro step. And
what a baby.
Yeah. Able to just get that pass off before the foot came down for the travel call, I think. And so I'll watch it one more time here. We'll give you from the main shot. And again, the big Euro step and just gets the pass off in time. And chance for Mahoney to elevate. And well, there hasn't been a lot to get excited about if you're an AVC fan in this one after the first few minutes. But there's a highlight for you. And 62-48. But unfortunately for Marauder fans, it's been entirely too many West LA highlights here, especially in this second half. After
I don't know about highlights. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily call layups highlights, but
14-point lead. It was 4 at the break, but I think you alluded to it moments ago, and I think it's the defensive intensity, I think, has really been the difference in this one. And the Wildcats never took the foot off the gas, but I think the Marauders maybe have gotten a little deflated after they got off to the fast start in this one and then had this very good team come back on them and turn it around. (62-48).
I think we're going to go to the trap here, try to speed things up. It's tough against a team that handles the ball pretty well. It makes good decisions. West LA, it's not just a bunch of athletes, it's a bunch of players. Like, these guys have some game.
Clark has that one tipped. Scott tries to work it free.
It's off of 10.
Let's see if we can get this one here.
This is off of 10. Scott is going to deflect this.
Actually, I think that might have been a good call there.
Did it not go off his foot?
That I didn't see. I did see Scott tap it. I thought maybe it was off of Scott, but meanwhile, we'll bring you back live. You saw the tail end there, John Taylor pleading his case, but not going to get the call. Meanwhile, the Marauders do get it back with 6 minutes to go, down 14. Well, if you can put together a run here, you got time. But
if you can get to within 6 at about the 3-minute mark, you're right there.
Well, points have been so hard to come by as part of it. It's hard to imagine putting together much of a run when just getting a hoop here in the second half has been a challenge. The Marauders have just 15
That's
on
it
the
right
board.
there. That's all day.
As Lewis with the turnaround hook, and it's 62-50, a 12-point game.
That's a great job of recognition by Lewis in the mid-post. Nobody clamping down. Hey, I'm going to go one-on-one.
Well, they haven't utilized Lewis much in this matchup.
Yeah.
And a foul as Kalik Mitchell with the answer. As Mitchell gets the free throw ready, let's take you back here and we'll
speed it up.
Oh. And there he is, able to just get the contact from Asif and get himself to the line.
That's a good job of not extending the off arm. If that comes out any further, that's going to be an offensive foul. But create that separation, keep that separation, and one opportunity converted.
65-50, 15-point lead now for West LA. Near steal for Anderson, but Scott able to recover. Back the other way and finds Lewis. Lewis pulls up, reach in foul, going to go on Annam.
1-1.
And a technical at the end. I believe they hit him with a technical.
This is a chance to pick up 4 points here. You got the technical foul. So hit that red button at the top.
This one?
Yeah. All right, now replay it. Let's see what we got here.
That's just the tail end there, but they did.
No, that's what we're looking at, yeah.
Yeah, this is going to be a technical, so a chance to get a couple of points here for Imani Scott. And we'll bring it back here to Scott. And as he readies the second free throw, and it's up and good. So Scott hits both free throws.
We're going to have 1-1, I believe, for Lewis. 7. Now remember, the technical foul counts as a personal, so now it's 19 fouls.
And Lewis will head to the line. He's got 7 points to go along with 3 rebounds. In and out with the first one, and needless to say, you can ill afford any missed opportunities for easy points. And Lewis with one more free throw coming. Sure shoots 60% from the line. Up and good. So they get 3 at the line, 65-53. Now you need some stops. Anderson weaves into the front court. Young, checked by Outen. Shot clock at 13. The Wildcats in no hurry. Young feeds Mitchell, working on Scott. Shot clock winding down. The leaner won't go for Mays, but Mitchell with the putback.
When you go small, it's what you open yourself up to there. Offensive rebounding.
Mays, meanwhile, bringing the pressure in the backcourt, and that one off of Mays. 4:26 remaining as Asif, Mahoney, Daniels all return. Started to say Kalik Mitchell up to 10 points and 7 rebounds. But I think the 7 rebounds is a real key stat. He has come on, and the energy on the boards has been key. Scott dogged by Anderson in the backcourt. Now they come on the double team. And a reach in and a foul called, and Scott going to head to the line. This is the 10th team foul, so this will be 2 free throws.
Double bonus here.
And Imani Scott is a good free throw shooter. That's 69%, but maybe it's just how good he looks at the line. I think he's
you gotta love the form.
He's got a pretty good stroke there. So. And gets the roll. Well, there you go. He made us look good on that one. Good soft touch. 67-54. One more coming for Imani. Again, the race at the top in the Western State Conference is a tight one. Citrus and West LA separated by just a half a game. So those two teams looking for a conference championship here in 2022. Certainly both of those teams on their way to the postseason either way, but no doubt would like to win that conference championship. They lob down low looking for Mitchell, who's got the size advantage and gets it to go. 69-55 on the drive out, and might have had that one partially tipped. Mitchell has the rebound. It's just tough assignment, working down low. And that was Ralph Belampo trying to match up with Mitchell, who doesn't just have size, but it's the athleticism, it's the strength and the leaping ability.
And the skill.
He's
a player.
Good recognition by the Wildcats as well, and recognizing that they have the advantage down there and they get it to Mitchell, who finishes 14-point lead. Whistle off the ball.
You know, it's a team in West LA that's not terribly big, but they remind me a little bit of the team from San Francisco that went up in Ventura a few years ago. They got some big-time athletes.
Yeah, the City College of San Francisco team won it? Yeah. Well, that could be any of a couple of teams, I guess, from City College of San Francisco, but I know what you mean. Lewis on the drive, fouled by Asif.
You know, they don't need a big to be out there. They can switch everything defensively. It's a dangerous team, and they have, you know, the ability to really adjust offensively and defensively.
Mitchell misses the first free throw. Hits the second. Kalik Mitchell now with 13 points. That leads the way for the Wildcats. Daniels, 14 to lead the Marauders, but he had 11 of those very early as he got off to an incredibly hot start shooting. Dunk, meanwhile, for Virgil Mahoney. Or was that DeJour Lewis? Sorry.
No, it was Virgil.
It was Virgil. Okay. So Mahoney off the good feed, but the Wildcats maintain the 13-point lead. Good feed to Mitchell. Double pump won't go. Tapped up, no. Rebound fought for. Back tap, Daniels. Lewis had it for a moment. Now Scott wins it. Scott in from the right, lays it up and in. A little late run here for AVC, but still some work to do. 2:40 to go.
See that dunk?
They trail it by 11. We'll take you back to the last couple.
Toggle over to one.
And Mahoney, and good job staying out of the poster.
One.
As Scott, good hustle by the Marauders, and able to get a little something going here late, but just too much West LA here, and a team that comes in looking for their 17th win of the season against just 3 losses, and they've been pretty well as advertised. Looking to move it to 8-0 in conference play with 2:40 to go. They've got the 11-point lead.
Well, it's when you're hot early, but you know when you can get some stops and you can rattle some transition basketball going the other way. You know, ABC 2:40 left, down by 11. It's shut up from here on out. But couple things go your way, you're right back into it. It's a dangerous team in ABC. You know, at this point of the season, considering the record, the win-loss column, probably playing spoiler, but this is a team that beat COS. COS is one of the top 5 teams in the state.
Yeah, there's no question. They've got the talent to beat anybody.
One of their few losses on the season, a loss to COS. So.
Yeah, you wonder about this West LA team when you look ahead to the postseason. 3 losses on the season: San Bernardino Valley, College of the Sequoias, and Fullerton. So 3 very strong programs, and all 3 losses by less than 8 points. So we might be looking at a team here that's really in the mix for a very deep run. That, of course, all lies ahead. Meanwhile, that one ripped free. Scott for 3, buries it.
Great feet.
Well, hey, it's an 8-point game, 2:24. Let's take you back here to this one.
Look at the feet here from Monty Scott. He is set, cocked and ready, boom. Triple.
And good patience from Jonathan Daniels, who sees that play developing. He lets his man get to his spot. Good job running the break. You can't do it a whole lot better than that. And, well, now we're talking about an 8-point game here, so not over yet.
We've seen some late comebacks here against AVC. Might they be able to flip the script in this one?
Well, I believe they're going to call that along, too. They've got it at 70-61.
Okay, let's check the replay here and see if we can get a look. I don't know if from this angle we can get one. No, we're going to be blocked off. And well, his right foot is a little bit of head. Go ahead, play it. Frame by frame. Jog the wheel. Inside. There you go. And we're blocked off there.
Yeah, we can't quite see it.
It does look like his right foot is ahead of his left. So 61. ABC, we get that change here for you. Live action.
Yeah, we got it. So 9-point lead. And a foul in the backcourt.
Let's see that again here at the story.
We'll get this one.
There's a lot of contact here. It's me a 1-on-1.
Yeah, I think
he's trying to split
He's
trying to split the double team, but he had already lost the ball. It's a tough call. But considering the amount of contact, it's.
So Roy Clark going to head to the line. Clark had 5 points, all of those in the first half. 1-1.
All right.
In and out. Still a 9-point game.
Single digits. Let's go.
Still got some time, up over 2 minutes. Daniels, who's hit 3 threes already in the game. Scott, who's having a big second half. Lewis.
Go to work.
In the low post. Backing down, has the size advantage on Justin Williams.
Got a baby.
Here come the Marauders, 7-point game.
Hands up. Oh, a little late.
Mitchell.
That's the right call. Backcourt. Clark had not. Or if we have it on replay here.
And just at the end there.
Tail end there. Well, it's a turnover nonetheless.
Boy, Monty Scott now up to 17 in the game. And didn't have the halftime number in front of me, but it's probably got to be a good 12 points or so here in the second half. I mean, it's been a big second half for Monty Scott, who's really keying this comeback.
Okay, now the adjustment for West LA is they're going to go to a 1-2-2 zone here.
And this was effective in the first half. And Young able to poke it free. He's got the steal transition the other way. Euro step and one.
Man, massive dagger.
Mays.
Toggle for it, yeah.
I'm going to come right at you here. And this is just the athleticism, and Daniels trying to get back. And yeah.
Speed it up. Live action.
73-63, and well, that may be the one that put it away here for West LA, because it's back out to a 10-point lead.
Block.
Baseline drive, clean block. Asif's follow is also blocked.
Travel.
Rebound in a crowd and a travel.
Clark hadn't got rid of it before he hit the deck.
Yeah, Clark. Good work on the boards, but down to the seat of his pants. And
go back to man here for West LA.
Daniels pops free, comes up shooting from 16 and hits.
Good rhythm shot there for Daniels. quickly up ahead. Good flash in the middle there by Clark up top.
Reverse layup, foul called, free throws coming. Take you back very quickly to Jonathan Daniels on the...
Gets the spot quickly and he just rises up.
Yeah, working against Dylan Young.
Good pick.
And did I catch just a little bit of a veteran move there from Daniels? Maybe just a little push in the back and...
Well, hey, you're the Jordan fan. You'd know all about that.
Are you referring to...
the Byron Russell
1998
special?
I was referring to perhaps my favorite player of all time, Larry Bird, kind of guy who maybe knew to do that kind of little thing if he could, if he knew he could get away with it. Although I believe Larry Bird's move was to pull on your shorts, and while you were busy hiking them back up, he would actually pop free then, and it was able to get himself a little bit of room that way. Under a minute to go, 10-point game. Asif in the corner. Scott.
Ooh, wow.
Shot blocked. Mahoney has that one rejected by Mays.
My goodness. Up top, camera 3. Let me see it.
Well,
Speed it up here, Stoy. Triple there for Lewis. Camera 1, please.
They end up getting the 2. 75-67. Daniels goes coast to coast, missed the layup.
You got it to 5. Man.
Foul in the backcourt with 29.9. First of 2, we do have the women's game coming up between these two schools. We'll sign off after this one and then rejoin you for the women's game coming up. At the line, Roy Clark.
Monty Scott's fouled out.
So the 5th foul for Scott. And he finishes with 17 points to go along with 6 rebounds and 4 assists. And that's a heck of a game for Monty Scott, who has been playing better and better of late after a midseason stretch where Scott seemed to be struggling somewhat to find his role in this offense. He has picked it up here in conference play and seems to be finding his way. 76-68. Second free throw, rims no good. Rebound on the floor. And we'll have a tie up. Yeah, West LA trying to get a timeout over there on that far side as Justin Williams was down and okay, so it'll go back to Antelope Valley. Yeah, look for a moment. They were trying to call the timeout, but the travel's called. So the turnover gives it back to AVC. Down to 24 seconds. Daniels fans it outside. 3 on the way. Rimming no. And the rebound and a foul called on Daniels as Mays will have free throws coming with 18 seconds to go. Well, it's not going to be unlike a lot of games in conference play here for AVC. Some good stretches, but as was said at the outset, this is a very tough conference from top to bottom. There's just not going to be any easy nights here. This was another pretty gutty performance by AVC. They got off to the fast start. They hung around in this one. But against the team that's looking to move to 17-3 on the season, they're going to come up a little bit short. Oh for 2 on the free throws. The 3 too strong. And Clark will take it into the front court where he can dribble it out. It's a final. From Lancaster in game 1 of our doubleheader, West LA moves to 17-3. They stay perfect in conference play with a 76-68 win over Antelope Valley College. We'll sign off here, rejoin you shortly for the women's game, 2nd of our doubleheader. You're watching Antelope Valley College basketball here on SoCalCollegeSports.com.